Alright, there's Parky this morning. I wanted to do a quick film on conures and screaming because they're notorious for it. That's, anyone with a conure will know that. They also attack sometimes. Now I can't say about other conures, and I can only say about Parker and other people that I've spoken to that have said it's not unusual for them to bond with one person and then attack everybody else. And he does do that. He's cut my partner's eye, tried to scalp him a couple of times. He's got a thing about men, and I think when all that crap happened to him, it was probably well, I know he had a male owner. I can't talk about it, but I guess that the reason why he was in that situation is because they do scream and it's ear piercing, blah blah blah, and that's sherbet. And people just don't know what to do. They're just at the end of their tether. They've tried everything. The worst thing you can do when a bird is screaming is give it attention. Now, when I say attention, I'm trying to get rid of that reflection. Any sort of attention, even telling the bird off is attention. Going up to the cage, shouting at the bird, that's attention. So then the bird thinks, oh, if I scream, I'll get attention. You scream back and you end up with a bird that just screams all the time. And it's a vicious circle, and people are just at the end of their tether and they don't know what to do. It's horrible. So I can only say what I've done. So I've read books, I've read this, I've do this, do that. In the end, the answer was so simple and it was staring me right in the face. So when he screamed, sometimes it takes me a while to walk out the room. I wouldn't look at him, I wouldn't talk to him, I wouldn't look at him, I'd walk out the room. Walk back in, scream, walk out the room. Back in, scream, walk out the room. This is how it went on for 5 months. I didn't cover him up or do any of that sort of stuff. I just left him to get on with it. But there's a lot of people not in the position to be able to do that. Neighbours, blah, blah, blah. Let me just zoom up to him. I can see why that would, be a nuisance. I've already had complaints about Parks when he was out in the aviary in the summer because he made a little bit of noise. I'm out in the country and somebody didn't like it, but he wasn't screaming. But they are notorious for that. It can. When I said to you before, you can stop them screaming, I don't mean you can stop them completely. That's the way they communicate. He will scream in the morning when all the others are getting up, and then have a last scream at night before he goes in. That scream at night is just to let everyone know he's around, he's protecting his flock, and in he goes. But he did used to scream constantly, and it went on for 5 months. It was really tough, and at one point, I hate to say this, I actually did arrange to have him rehomed. Upsets me when I think that I could have done that, because I couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't take it anymore. It was making me ill, and so I can understand. And I think that's why so many of them get this treatment that he's had, because people just lose it and they can't cope. And if it's got to that point, then maybe you need to think about rehoming. I don't know. For those of you who are stubborn, like me, because I didn't want to let him down, this is his third home. It's not fair. And it was my fault when I got him. I should have done my research properly. So it's my fault. So it was a situation I had to deal with, and she's opening her wings. Oh, bugger. Just missed her doing it. So it's time and ignorance. I know people say ignore bad behaviour and reward good behaviour, and that's good, that's great, but where does bad behaviour stop and good behaviour start? Because I've done that with Parker. He stopped screaming. I left it a while, went back when he was quiet and said, good boy, da-da-da-da. Then he started to suss out that after he'd screamed, a couple of minutes later he was going to get fussed, so he carried on screaming. So the only thing that worked for me was to ignore him and walk away, completely ignore him. And that's what I did. And now he does still scream, but it's not constant. I can deal with it now. But I can understand if you can't. And you need to know these things before you even consider getting a bird like this, because they are notorious for screaming. There is no magic cure. Nothing. The bird's going to do it. But for me, you know, that's how I did it. I know he's screaming now and you think, oh my God, but he's just got up. You've got to let a bird be a bird. So, has anyone's got any ideas? Whee! Lola's got her wings out. Whoa! Beautiful. You probably couldn't see that. If anyone else has got any ideas about screaming, let me know. Because even though we've got Parker sorted now, it's interesting about what other people have been through. I'd really, really like to know. No one ever leaves comments on ours. We'll probably get trolled for that now. There's the homemade swing. Look, he's having a look at it. Right, I'll stop there. Oh, hold on. She's showing her wings again. There's Lola. Oh, I can't get her in. Lola, you do go in the awkward of places, sweetheart. Lola. You can't see her, can you? Oh, bugger it. Never mind. Show us your wings. Oh, he's having a field day. Where are you? Where are you, you little bugger? There he is. He's fed up because he wants to come out. It's his turn. Look, look, look. Nutter. Right, I'll stop it there.